Everyone's watching quick commerce.
Welcome to India's quick commerce revolution. Anything and everything can be delivered at your doorstep in under 30 minutes.
They think that it's going to finally kill the Kirana stores.
Various formats have come, and every time it came, people said Kiranas will get threatened.
Previously, we thought Amazon and Flipkart would do it.
When online grocery came, they said Kiranas will shut.
So I spoke with the founder of Jumbo Tail, who's raised over $150 million to build a supply chain for Kirana stores. I asked him, are Kirana stores even relevant? He told me that, hey, we're looking at this picture completely wrong. Pay attention to what he said. So Ashish, I know your business is about, supporting Kiranas. Kiranas is the industry where you play in. But, with every wave that comes to us, be it hypermarkets like Big Bazaar or Amazon, Flipkart or quick commerce, they say, they will kill Kiranas. They will eat into Kirana's market share. Is Kirana a diminishing sector, industry?
So I think, Abhinav, you sort of answered your own question in the question, right? If you think about it, this thing that, X will kill the Kirana, Y will kill the Kirana has been something that people have been talking about for 20, 30 years. Even today, 90 to 95% of all food and grocery in India is still sold through Kiranas, right? After billions and billions and billions of dollars having being invested over multiple decades, the Kirana is still the true king. I think the most important thing to understand is the consumer and the needs of the consumer are what govern everything. Right?
Okay.
The entire ecosystem changes because consumers need something different. So let's talk about some things that consumers want. Almost every consumer wants more convenience, right? We are time poor, we have a little bit of money, we have more aspirations from the power of the internet, the power of digital allows us to actually be more exposed to the world, and therefore as a result of that our needs have gone up. If you look at people today, and this is only probably a trend that will only go increase going forward, everybody wants to be more individual, and all those things translate into people wanting more convenience,
right,
and people wanting more variety. Okay. Now, be it Kirana, be it any other form of commerce, every one of us, and including all the way back to manufacturers, has to respond to that need because it's an inevitability. The question is, in what form will that happen? And for various different people at various different levels in the socio-economic spectrum, at what level of affordability will that happen? If you think about the original quick commerce, what allowed people to walk 2 minutes out of their house, or when you're dropping your kid off to school and come back, or you're going for a morning walk, or you're coming back from work, or not even have to put on your shoes, you go in a pair of slippers, in a night suit. Kirana is actually the original quick commerce if you think about it. Now, obviously, there are challenges Kiranas need to solve for. They need to carry more assortment, they need to carry more variety, they need to be able to adopt new digital methods by which consumers want to interact with them. And that is our belief, right? The future of modern trade in India, or modern convenience retail in India, is small format Kiranas evolving to meet the needs of those consumers. Yes, there will be a large business that is built by quick commerce for a certain cohort of people. There will be other types of businesses. The beauty of India is you can build a lot of large businesses in parallel. But if you really are going after, in our opinion, about 250 to 300 million people in urban India who earn a family income of between 5 lakhs and 15 lakhs, the best form of commerce for them will continue to be the neighborhood store run by an entrepreneur, but a store that does not have a counter, a store that actually you can walk in, where you can get more products, where you actually have a better buying experience, you have a digital experience as well. And that's the world that we at Jumbo Tail are trying to create. And our belief is, in that world, Kiranas will continue to be the kings of commerce. They will look different. And our anticipation is over the next 5 years, maybe the top 10 to 20% of Kiranas will make that transition. And our role in that transition is to make that happen faster and at larger scale, such that the needs of those consumers are actually constantly met.
Now I want to pick some individual elements out of it. Zepto's GOV figure came out, $3 billion. If you combine Swiggy and Blinkit, it could be $10 billion. Now, is it that this $10 billion in isolation looks big, and the bigger market is obviously much, much, much bigger, and hence we lose sight of reality because of news floats these $1 billion? Or is it that these guys have significantly taken chunk away of the older market or the traditional market? Is it not a threat at all, or it is only limited to the creamy layer that you said?
So let's talk some facts, right? Facts
Sure.
are a great way of understanding
Give me
sometimes
data.
what's happening.
Yeah.
So quick commerce plus modern trade, large supermarkets, everybody who's not Kirana in food and grocery is probably in the range of $12 to $15 billion today. In a
Okay.
market that is estimated to be between $600 to $800
$1 billion.
billion.
Okay. So you're saying remaining is still unorganized?
All of it is still organized. You can do the math. The way we look at it, right, is whenever you're trying to build something, it's important. A lot of smarter people than I am have said, what's going to remain, the same going forward? What is likely to change, right? Convenience will take various different forms. Convenience is not only pulling out an app and placing an order. Convenience is like, I want something in 2 minutes and I only want 20 rupees worth. I'm cooking something today, I run out of masala, I want to only buy 10 rupees worth of masala, right? And those forms of convenience are still going to be provided by entrepreneur-run stores, but those stores will need to change. They will need to carry more variety, which means the nature of distribution, which means the nature of brands that are building for these stores to save time will all need to adapt to that reality, which means there's a huge opportunity today to serve that cohort of people, but you have to be imaginative and you have to start from first principles. I think one very critical thing, right? It's very easy to sort of look and say, this is what the media is saying, I go on LinkedIn, this is what it says on Twitter, but the facts are the facts, right? And we have to look at what basic principles are unlikely to change or what principles are likely to become more important. And whenever you build businesses using those, it's quite likely that your business will probably have a better chance of being successful. If you look at most brands that sell online in general, even in FMCG, the starting MRPs are over 100 rupees, right? And they are governed by the fact that, in order to do delivery successfully, you can't get people to build baskets, and therefore you want, even if people are ordering 2 or 3 or products at a time, you're getting to that 400-500 rupee number. Most of the products that sell in Kirana are 10 rupee, 5 rupee, 20 rupee.
5 rupee.
Yeah.
It's still around.
It's still around. It's actually the biggest segment, and that's one of the things. I talk to brands a lot, right? Nobody's building for that segment because their starting point is, what channel am I going to serve? That's not the right way to think.
And what's the minimum cart value I need for that?
You need to start from what does the consumer want. The channel and the product must respond to the needs of the consumer rather than the other way around.
Right.
And there's a huge opportunity. That's what companies like us are trying to build, and we're not alone in that. But you have to start from what does my consumer want, because that's what governs everything.
Got it. Okay. Super. This is great.